do think the Jorge Polanco conversation is interesting, and I tweeted this out because it's super polarizing to talk about Polo. People have really strong feelings for him, and understandably so. We have gone through the revolving door of second basemen that have not worked out, right? So it just feels like, oh my God, here we go, another one. And rightfully so. The Mariners are in a certain situation financially. So if we are looking at who is still available, infielders, who is still available on the free agent market, what's interesting to me is looking at their projected F4 on Fangraphs. And I pulled it up, and obviously Bregman is first, highest projected F4 at 4.1. Then is Hassan Kim at 2.6. Pete Alonso is next with 2.5. And fourth on that list of highest projected F4 for 2025 season is Polanco,
Hmm.
projected for 1.5 F4, above Jose Iglesias, above Brendan Rodgers, above Yoan Moncada, which has been another conversation piece circling lately, is should the Mariners go after Moncada? That could be your piece. That could be your lefty piece. He is projected for one F4 in 2025. Obviously, these are projections, but Moncada comes with all sorts of concerns, injury concerns. He has really
Yeah.
struggled to stay healthy. There have been questions about his work ethic over the years. His last really good season, I believe, was 2021.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, his last good season was 2021, where he put up a 787 OPS. He's yet to match that. He only played 12 games last year. 12. So if we're looking at free agents that are available to the Mariners, they're not getting Bregman, Kim, or Alonso with their budget. And um, Jorge Polanco, I would argue, is your next best option if you cannot afford those other people.
Will it be, please help me if I remember them correctly, but would it be back-to-back off seasons where your biggest acquisition is Jorge Polanco? Would that be correct?
Um,
Off
could
seasons, at
be. I
least.
think it could be argued maybe Garver last off season.
Yeah.
And they traded for Polo.
Yeah, that was a fascinating trade in looking back at it too, because what
Mm,
Topa has kind of exploded. Unfortunately, he was fun. Who else? A few
yeah, he was
prospects.
so hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that makes the most sense because if we're looking at what we know, right, the Evan Lux thing seems to be I don't know how much, truth, how much backing there is to that. Polo, they already know what they've got in him. They've had him in the locker room, it was his first year here, so maybe he's more comfortable here. In the second year, maybe the new hitting coaching staff, new Kevin, and bringing Edgar back for a full year, helps him, right? But then yeah, like you're talking about, you went down the list. At least with the primary listed second baseman, I don't think they, go back to the Adam Frazier experiment. Um, and then Brendan Rodgers, so I don't know. That
Yeah,
is
I would take Polanco over those
fascinating.
guys. And
Yeah.
it sucks to have to say that. It does. It really does. But that's the reality of where the Mariners are at right now. So if they can get him to come back at a reasonable price, I think that would be the big highlighted sentence there. At a reasonable price, you bring him back and hope he really is healthy and can stay healthy.
So speaking of bringing guys back at a reasonable price, which I imagine you can with this guy and staying healthy, what are we thinking with Moncada here? Just because we are at this point in the off season, and I will say before anything else, he should be. I would really hope he's not. You're this is who we're gonna have, as a real starter. I hope he's more of a reclamation project than anything else, but I don't know if they're in any position to do not that. So I don't
I
know. What
have
do
no
you
interest
see
in
here?
Moncada. Yeah, that doesn't interest me. Any time there is a narrative about a player's work ethic, kind of,
Hmm.
um, in 2023 he had a 730 OPS, so that looks good. He did only play 92 games. He's recovering from a left adductor strain where he only played 12 games last year. Um, so 2021, he played 144 games, put up a 787 OPS. We are too far removed from 2021. It would, you're like you said, that would hope to be a reclamation project. Um, yeah, it's about all I've got on him.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, how about those M's?
Oh, I'm excited.
I know. Where are you going to watch all those away games, though?
Away games. Huh. I was thinking of coming here since, after all, Rough and Tumble is the home of circling Seattle sports.
I love that idea. Hope to see y'all here.